that the rising cost of living is not limited to Kenya. We also know the country has debts to pay. But we know no country that responded to high cost of living by raising taxes the way Kenya did. Nearly all other countries embrace policies that ease the pain. Kenya embraced policies that worsened the pain. And I'm talking to you as somebody who has run the government. The government had the option to request for debt relief in the form of highly concessional rescheduling of external and domestic public debt, including the debt owed to China. Kenya could have pursued comparable treatment of commercial debt. It chose to burden citizens with taxes. What are citizens supposed to do in such circumstances? In Kenya, we long embraced the idea that in a democracy, few individuals cannot use government as their tool against the people. In the case of the Finance Act, the people were ignored. What are the people supposed to do? Some have argued that we should have stopped the proposals during the vote in Parliament. But we could not. One of the first steps this regime embarked on upon coming to office was to lure some of our MPs to his side to give itself an artificial majority.
Bravo! So finally, Raila Odinga have seen the light and is coming around talking about something that Okiya Omtatah has been bleating about. Now, he mentions Kenya has debt, and he highlighted how the Ruto's administration is going about it the wrong way, okay? And how he was unable to fight the finance bill at the National Assembly. Now, Raila Odinga, you're a bit late, because this is what Okiya Omtatah has been talking about, that the process in which this finance bill was passed through the National Assembly was illegal. They did not follow the Constitution, okay? They did not go by the Constitution as Article 220 dictates, okay? Now, let's talk about something else, the debt. You mentioned the debt, and you say that the finance bill is not the right way. Ruto's finance bill, by raising its tax, proposing these high taxes, is not the way to deal with the finance bill. Granted, good point. But again, Mr. Raila, you're late to the party. This is what Okiya has been fighting also in the courts, through the courts. He's trying to get the courts, to also give back the power. We need to go back to the National Assembly, the Senate, so they can actually audit the debt that we have. Audit the debt that we actually have incurred. Not only in the 9 months, or whatever, 10 months that Ruto has been in power, but down the line, the previous administration, were the loans, were the debts that we incurred, the loans that we took as Kenyans through the Uhuru Kenyatta's regime, were they legally acquired as the Constitution requires by law? Did we incur this debt legally? And that's where the question is raised at the judiciary through Okiya Omtatah's petition. Now you see how Okiya Omtatah's petition is very, very important, Raila Odinga, okay? You're late to the party. You're busy going to the Mandamano, and we've been screaming at the top of our lungs, saying that Mandamano is not productive. It's counterproductive. We lose lives. We know every time we have Mandamanos, there are always casualties, high casualties. One life is too many, okay? We always have business destroyed, properties damaged, and loss of lives. Police kill each other, as in the case in Kisumu, where people were brutalized. So it does not make sense for you to call for Mandamano, call your Azimio supporters, whether it's in Kibera or Kisumu, where the police will respond with great force. I'm not saying that's right, okay? But when you call for a Mandamano, you're creating a crisis. You're creating an environment of confrontation with the police, okay? Whether it's police using excessive force by shooting people with live bullets, maiming, beating people, jailing people for no reason, or whether it's the people who are vandalizing properties, businesses, robbing people, burning police stations, burning cars, okay? This is what Mandamano does. But it's unfortunately that you saw this, it's too late. Now you've realized that the problem is the finance bill and the debt that we have. Can I go through the list that you've tried, the methods that you've tried so far that have failed? I'll go through it very quickly, okay? Raila Odinga, presidential petition loss at the Supreme Court. Loss, fail. Number 2, refusal to recognize Ruto as president. Fail. Now you want to sit down with him, okay? And have a discussion about what? Let's go on. You tried to boycott some products. How did that end up? Fail. You say you're going to march to the State House and remove Ruto forcefully. Fail. Expulsion of rebels in your party to force a by-election. It failed. Secession calls. You wanted to start your own country, move away from Kenya. Fail. ICC petition. Fail. Release of IEBC whistleblower results. Fail. You gave us 2 different numbers. The number that Kioni told us, and then the number you put on the on your internet were not the same. Fail. You lost in the Senate and the National Assembly. Fail. You've gathered how many? 8 million signatures, thinking that this is enough to remove Ruto. Fail. What else have you done? Mandamano. Unfortunately, people have lost lives because of this. For what? Fail. Now you want to tell us about the finance bill and how to go about it. You're telling us that Ruto invited the Tanzanian president to mediate this. What's there to mediate? What's there to mediate? You lost the election, go and be the opposition. Go sit on the opposition side. Actually, you don't even work. It's Wandani as the minority leader who's supposed to be the head of the opposition, not you, Raila Odinga. All I'm saying is this: stop it. Stop with the Mandamano. Stop agitating. Okay? You can bring your own proposals and compare it with the government's plan. We can listen. But this whole thing, by creating a crisis, by telling your supporters to go out there and protest, and you know they're going to be confrontation with the police. And most of them will be shot, killed, and brutalized, as we saw in Kisumu. Is that really a smart thing to do, Raila Odinga? No, it's not. While you fly your family to Malindi, why don't you bring your family from Malindi and join the protesters in Kisumu and see how the police treatment? See, some things you have to, even as a commander or a general or a leader, if you know you're disadvantaged, you don't lead your soldiers into danger zone, as you did when you called for a 3-day protest, which resulted into what? Look at Kisumu now. Did they have to die? Did people have to be snatched out of their homes, beaten, treated that way? Yes, we can fault the government for doing that. I'm not saying that the government is innocent in this. Yes, the government is also responsible for that. The police should be held accountable. And the people who did that should be jailed. The police officers who did that. Okay? But I'm just saying, You knew these police officers. Historically, we know when there's a Mandamano, especially in Kisumu, they always suffer the same fate, being brutalized by the police. So why call for this? And this time, it wasn't a national Mandamano. This is restricted to Azimio's followers. The majority of Kenyan people are not supporting this Mandamano stuff. It's only the Azimio people. You say this is bigger than the Azimio leaders, bigger than you. No, it's not. Why are people not going out in the streets in the days that you didn't call for Mandamano? If the people are really tired, they will be going Mandamanoing, protesting, demonstrating every day. They don't have to wait for you to tell them to go out there. But every time you call for a Mandamano, your supporters go out there, start throwing stones, and the police brutalize them, kill people, kill even innocent people, and it's all chaos just because of you. All you had to do was do what Okiya Mtata did. He's exposing what has been wrong with this country. People are not following the constitution, the rule of law. That's why we have problems how we attain our loans, and we are burdened by these heavy taxes to pay for those loans that were illegally acquired. And the constitution is very clear. Article 226, subsection 5. The people who misappropriate public funds or attain these illegal loans can be personally liable for them. They should pay for those loans, not throw the bill to the rest of us, okay? So if Uhuru Kenyatta took that SGR or whatever, Eurobond illegally, Uhuru Kenyatta should pay for it, not the Kenyan taxpayers. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Raila Odinga, I'm glad that you saw the light, and there's other ways other than Mandamano to take care of this problem, okay? If you want to sit down with Ruto, that's fine. You can go sit down, talk about whatever you want, but no power sharing. There's nowhere in the constitution where it says if you lose, you have to make your way back to the to power through backdoor means. No, you lose, you can be on the opposition, advise the president, talk to him whatever you want to talk, but there's no power sharing. Anyway, my name is Kenya Revolutionary. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, share, like, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.